Jordan hasn't been playing the greatest golf right now. What's his number at?
He's plus 2,000.
All right. I think we're back, folks.
You think we're back? Or
I
you
think
know
we're back.
Andrew.
We're back.
We're back?
We're back. So
All
if you
right,
look now, you'll find a 22-minute episode of Blow the Whistle. That's part 1. This is part 2, folks.
Hey,
We're back, folks. We're back.
I just got a little thing that said, we're back. We're back.
Unbelievable.
Back again.
Shady's back.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
We could do this all day long.
Yeah, we could.
You asked about Jordan Spieth.
Yes, sir.
I don't necessarily like that play. I think Jordan is not been playing well, so I don't know.
Google's so funny. One of the first questions when you Google Jordan Spieth is Jordan Spieth religious?
Interesting.
Spieth is not overt in his devotion to God.
Okay.
Thanks, Google.
Andrew, do you have any favorites?
Well, yesterday on the radio show, I said I'm still going to stick by this. I'm going to go with Morikawa. Still like him.
Morikawa,
Colin Morikawa. Like him a lot.
Morikawa?
Yes. I'm also going to go with Oosthuizen. Did I get it right?
Oosthuizen.
Oosthuizen.
Oosthuizen?
Oosthuizen.
Oosthuizen.
All together.
Uzi. How about that? Uzi. You're my man.
Hazen.
Yeah.
makes me think of
yeah.
It's like a great ice cream.
Yes. Louis Ooze. How about that? Louis Ooze. I like him. I think he's played consistent. I think he's got a shot as kind of maybe more of my dark horse. I would like to put some money on Tiger. I just don't know. I mean, he's coming. Obviously, he's rehabbed really well. He feels good about himself. At plus 5,000, that's still a pretty good take, I think. It's just, we've seen him struggle before coming back from injury, right? So what kind of Tiger are we going to get from him, especially considering he came off of a big car crash? I mean, who knows, right? It's something I take into consideration with this. But, yeah, I don't like Jordan Spieth. John Rahm is a no. Maybe Justin Thomas, but every now and then he fades away too.
Justin's one of those that if he gets off to a solid start, he could be dangerous in third and fourth rounds.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with my boy, Will Zalatoris.
Okay.
He was runner-up last year. I call him Mr. Calm, Cool, Collected. Cool Hand Will.
Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioned about him.
He looked fantastic last year. He knows he's a course manager, so I like that about him as well. So if I had to bet on somebody right now, I would say Will Zalatoris.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our Masters Talk, abbreviated as it may be. Good job, Andrew.
Thank you.
That was a nice,
if you want to catch the first half of the golfing part, make sure to catch the first half of the stream before we were kicked off by Saudi Arabia. Otherwise, you can catch the rest of the stream right here where we're at.
Son of
a gun.
All right. So when we come back, it's time to talk about the most stupendous Wrestlemania of all time here on Blow the Whistle at Illinois Media School Studios.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother. Hey, you get those reports done? Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. The boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired.
welcome back to Blow the Whistle live stream here at Illinois Media School Studio.
That's all, folks.
Here at Illinois Media School Studios, Lombard.
Straight out of Lombard.
We've been here for years.
For years.
All right.
Almost 2.
So we got to get into it because there's a lot to cover. 2 nights of WrestleMania, the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. I'm going to give you my quick takes on almost everything, and you can chime in when you want. So
Go for it.
night 1, the women ruled it all. I think best match of the night was probably Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. Top to bottom, well choreographed match. Spots were great. Match was great. Everybody did really well there. Loved Bianca's entrance at the show with the marching band from Texas State. Let's see, who else?
You still talking about Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ronda and Charlotte was pretty decent. It could have been better, could have been worse. So I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. You also had, well, everybody's going to sit here. The 2 big things that happened Saturday night, Cody Rhodes coming back to WWE to take on Seth Rollins. Unbelievably huge pop. Now, for people who don't know what a pop is, it is when the crowd reacts. So when he comes up from below the stage and they bring him up and the crowd hears it and sees it, huge reaction. It was great to see, especially since most everybody knew 3 weeks ago that he was going to be at WrestleMania, and they tried to keep it a surprise till then. A great response, great match, unbelievably great match. So very happy with that. And then, of course, you have Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. A little slow on the giddy up.
Uh-huh.
It was slow to start off. They probably talked maybe 5 minutes too long before getting to the match. You could tell Stone Cold wasn't comfortable at the beginning of it, was maybe testing out whether or not his knees were going to be good enough to go. But the funny thing was, the more beer that he drank, the better the match got.
Yeah, you start numbing that pain away.
Well, I don't even know if it was the pain or the nerves.
Yeah.
Like, it literally, like, no joke, it seemed like the more alcohol that he consumed, and don't get me wrong, I understand when he drinks those beers, half of it's going on his shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. And when you saw, I mean, I don't know if you were getting to this at...
Go ahead.
But, I mean, because you brought up Stone Cold Austin and appearance of Pat McAfee, that's when I caught onto
on
it.
Sunday night? Yeah.
Sunday night.
Well, see, and that led to that spot. Pat McAfee Sunday night was one of my highlights.
I loved every minute of that. That was fantastic.
He is a phenomenal athlete. Anybody who says any different
more than just a punter.
Can go take a walk, as far as I'm concerned. But the spot then ended for him, his match, and then he and Vince McMahon got into it. Vince beat the crap out of Pat McAfee, and all of a sudden the glass breaks and down comes Stone Cold.
Uh-huh.
One of the worst stunners I've ever seen in my entire life was given to, God only knows how old Vince McMahon is at this point, like 203.
He's definitely
really
in his like
starting to
upper
wonder if
70s.
he's a vampire. Can we confirm that Vince McMahon might be the living dead?
Oh, damn. He's up there in age. He's 76.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old.
But for a 76-year-old man, he cut. If I'm cut like that when I'm 76 years old, I would be a happy, happy guy.
I'd be happy with myself. I don't want to be a pudgy. I'm already getting pudgy.
We'll get into that in a second.
I knew what I was gonna.
Andrew, is that you laughing back there?
A little bit. I mean, you didn't even talk about the best, I think, match of the night with Logan and Miz.
See,
For entertainment purposes, I thought it was good.
I will say this much. I was very impressed with the athletic prowess of Logan Paul.
Absolutely.
I did not think that he'd have the skill set that he did. He did quite well.
I didn't even see that he was on.
Yeah, it was
Really?
him and The Miz versus the Mysterios.
Oh,
He did really well. I'll give him
Okay.
credit where credit's due. I don't like the Pauls, but
no, I mean, I don't either. And someone made a post, and I hated about it. But I mean, they make a good point. Is what the Paul brothers did. What they're good at doing right now
they're
is
hype men.
yeah, going from like Vine famous people to like little social media to like actual celebrities from what they've done. And all it is it's a money making business.
Well, and until Jake
Smart
Paul,
on them.
Until
but,
Jake Paul gets his ass knocked out, he's a legitimate boxer.
I mean, yeah, he's undefeated. You
can't,
have to.
You can't.
You
Fight.
can't. Yeah, you can't.
can't
fight
argue
him.
with it.
No, which I hate it.
Although everybody who hates Logan Paul loves the fact that he wore the chain with the what was it again?
A $6 million Pokemon card.
A $6 million Pokemon.
I
card.
did see that.
And it wasn't fake this time.
And if
Oh,
you
he
don't
can
like
that, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And if you don't like the Pauls, you can rejoice in the fact that The Miz quickly turned on Logan Paul after the match with his ever so wonderful evil turn looking face and just face planted him right into the mat. So something
That's
for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah.
They're clearly setting up something for the future.
It's always enjoyable to see one of the Paul brothers get their ass kicked, and since we
Absolutely.
haven't seen Jake Paul yet, eventually we will. But I mean, to see Logan Paul at least.
I'm
I'll be
sure there's a
honest
tag
with you.
team match coming.
I like Logan better than Jake, but they're still.
It'll probably, honestly, Andrew, that'll probably happen at SummerSlam.
I'm guessing at some point a tag team of the Paul brothers is going to happen.
No, I think it'll be Logan Paul versus The Miz just one-on-one. If you want
That
my
could happen
honest
too.
opinion.
I just feel like they're going to either try to get both in or they're going to try to capitalize on one of their celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere it's going to happen because they know they can make bank.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So then we come to Sunday night, and we'll hit yours since you already brought it up. The Pat McAfee, unbelievable, hit every spot, hit every move that he could very, very nicely. And then to have Vince McMahon then get into the ring and beat up Pat McAfee, and then have Stone Cold come out, beat up and give Vince McMahon the worst stunner I've ever seen in my entire life. And then he calls McAfee in, they're having beers, and all of a sudden, you knew it was coming. If you're a fan of WWE, you knew Stone Cold was going to stun him, but McAfee sold it so well.
He really did. I was impressed when I saw that. Like this was his first time ever doing this, correct?
No.
Oh, he's done it before?
Like when he retired, he trained for, I want to say, a year to become a professional wrestler and then started his YouTube show.
Wow.
So the YouTube show, yeah, he loves doing it, but his passion he's always wanted to be a professional wrestler.
That's amazing. And he did a damn good job. I loved watching all the highlights on it. I didn't get a chance to watch it live.
Admit, Andrew, and chime in.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite sells of the stunner from Pat McAfee.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was
Looked like a little spray.
it was
Just
like
the
a
whole way
perfect.
back.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's just spit the beer out and just went.
It was the perfect reaction because it's a clear cut. Like, yeah, he's still drinking the beer. He gets hit with the stunner. It's what you expect to happen when somebody gets hit in the head for it to spew out. Like, that's what I expect to happen. So it was a great sell.
It was
Whereas,
fantastic.
Vince McMahon's was a fail, because he's in his 70s, right? He wasn't prepared for it. But it's still nice to have that throwback to, like, old school 90s for people that don't remember. This was one of, like, the best, like, business owner versus the wrestler kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Vince McMahon versus Steve Austin. For those that, we talked about it on the radio show, me and David, where we talked about the whole beer truck. I'm sure, Tyler, you might remember this maybe, where Steve Austin went out with an entire beer truck and just sprayed down the whole entire ring with beer.
I remember
Just a classic moment.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, let's take it to another celebrity who made an appearance at WrestleMania. Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. Now, wrestling purists will sit here and say, oh, it was a horrible match. But this match was entertaining. And that's what it was meant to be. An entertaining match if it was supposed to be a wrestling match, there wouldn't have been a no holds barred stipulation to it. You knew that the jackass stunts were going to come out. They brought the big hand. They brought in tasers. They brought in the mouse traps.
Oh, I didn't see that much of it. They brought the big hand in and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All the great stunts.
I got to go back and see that.
There were some good ones.
The one I just saw was a little bit of Knoxville, and then obviously Wee Man coming from underneath the ring, and that was actually fun to watch.
It was. And I told Tyler, I said, I felt a little guilty watching that. And he goes, why? And I said, I don't want to sound mean, but like, that seems like something you would do. Like, go balls to the wall like that against someone and beat the hell out of them. And I could see you looking like that.
See, I'm glad you put it that way, because I was just like, if you're going to say I look that chubby already, I'm going to get my feelings
absolutely
hurt.
not. You're svelte.
Svelte?
Any woman would be lucky to have you, sir. Any woman. But there's one in particular.
That's right.
Our amazing social media director of operations, Emily Green, does an amazing job every day, every night. She's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
And she's doing all free labor because we are broke. We have no money.
Yes.
So you can donate $1 today.
So far.
For now. It'll pay off.
Roman Reigns Lesnar was what we thought it was going to be. A fight. Both guys hitting huge moves, hitting their finishers. Roman Reigns comes out on top, which is what I thought was going to happen. I'm going to be interested to see if The Rock shows up Friday night or not. That's my big moment. I thought he might show up on Monday Night Raw because they were promoting Monday Night Raw after Mania like it was going to be a big thing. What a snooze fest last night. What an absolute
I didn't catch it
horrible,
last night. Really?
Horrible. Absolute trash.
I was never really big into Raw, but then once you introduced me to AEW, it's a lot different.
AEW is a different beast.
It is.
It's an absolute different beast. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. Coming up next. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the greatest segment in all of entertainment. It's time for You're Killin Me Smalls. And if you've had something that has had you saying, You're Killin Me Smalls this week, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or in the chat. Let us know what that is, and we will read it for you. You ready?
Let's do this.
All right, we'll be back here on Blow the Whistle.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go. Psst.
Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
All right, can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
And welcome back to Blow the Whistle. The conversations that go on during commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, are fantastic. You have no idea.
I love our conversations.
That being said, it's time, man.
Let's do this. I'm so excited.
You're Killing Me Smalls. like we said, if you've got something that had you saying you're killing me smalls this week, hit us up in the chat on YouTube. You can hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. That's BLOWTWHISTLE1.
If you're wondering why I switched my hat, because I'm hoping maybe it'll block. Yeah, there we go. I have a big old pimple on my forehead, and you can really see it with the camera, so I'm blocking it with my hat now.
Well, you know what's funny, Tyler? If you wore fitted hats like a real man, you wouldn't have that thing showing.
No, because look how big my forehead is. It's just going to fly.
Ain't a forehead.
See, wait, I got it. Okay. Oh, no, there it is. You see it? You see
that? That ain't a forehead. That's a five head.
That's a five head, my friend.
That's Peyton Manning. You may advertise here, kind of.
Might
stuff.
have a lot of room in my head, but there's not much brain in it.
That's fantastic. I'm gonna start off with myself because my voice is about to go. So I'm not gonna get super animated about this. Or at least I'm gonna try not to.
Do it.
No, because if I go, my voice is gonna. It's gonna be like the Brady Bunch. It's time for change and rearrange.
Give the people what they want.
Listen, man.
Oh, I broke him, ladies and gentlemen.
Yikes.
Ow.
All right. My You're Killing Me Smalls this week goes out to all those punk-ass professional athletes that decided to think that it'd be funny to do April Fool's jokes. There was only one that made me laugh. And the only reason that it made me laugh is because I honestly think that person thought it was real for a moment and then went, no, April Fools. And that's Julian Edelman going to the Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
I think for a moment, because he was concussed so much, he was like, ooh, I got signed? And then he went, oh, wait, never mind, I retired.
Wait a minute.
But all the others, like what we say yesterday, Andrew, LeBron James, everybody was like, yeah, so.
Yeah, LeBron tweeted out or put on Instagram that he was going to be out for the rest of the season, which is already lame, number one. But number two, it's kind of like, yeah, well, that's kind of the smart decision, right? Considering you're not going anywhere.
LeBron, the whole
you're already
Lakers
out of the
team's been
play-in.
out for the whole season.
Right? Are you sure the whole team is?
You already gave up like 20 games ago. It might as well give up now.
Might as well. I mean, you already... They're already planning on firing the coach.
It's just ridiculous. You need to all come together as a collective, decide what the funniest one would be, and just do one.
There was plenty of Colin Kaepernick.
Like, it's just...
We know Colin Kaepernick's not coming back to the NFL.
No, he's going to the XFL. There's number 4, Andrew. There's number 4.
Like Cap.
I would love
Baker Mayfield, Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, Colin Kaepernick.
I'd say Colin Kaepernick number 1 overall. That dude looks really good.
Well, of course he looked good. He was throwing at a college game, for God's sakes. And it was Michigan to boot. That's right. I said it, Drew Gwilla. Michigan shite. That's right.
You take that up with him.
El Toro Poo Poo. That's what that is.
El Toro Poo Poo. Oh, not my turn. I accidentally hit the button.
I got Andrew. So, for all those athletes that think it's funny to do April Fool's jokes, I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, none of those were really that good. When I was doing the show with Cody Decker, I did forget, but I was going to try to pull an April Fool's.
No, I told you
joke.
not to.
I was close to doing it anyways, but I couldn't find any good ones. Like any realistic ones.
Like, Cody to killed you.
He probably would have, but we're doing a show again this week, and I can't. It's April Fool's is long gone. I could just straight up lie.
You can tell him you want to have Lenny Dykstra's third cousin on the show.
Oh, I could do that.
That's me, ladies and gentlemen. That's me.
Just let him know he's clean.
David's related.
He's not like Lenny at all.
I'm not. I don't do roids.
You don't do roids? All right.
Allegedly. I'm sorry,
Allegedly.
Lenny. I'm sorry. Don't. Allegedly. Okay.
Allegedly.
Are we doing a coin flip to see who goes next, or does somebody feel inspired?
I mean, I could go if you want. Go
see,
for it.
Andrew spoke up first, so
That's okay. I want to save mine.
All right.
you can go second because you never go second.
You never go second.
So I was going to do yesterday's. I was even thinking about doing a different one about a radio host who is pretty infamous here in the city of Chicago, who's just completely lost his mind. But I won't do that just because I don't want to give him any sort of publicity, even though I don't understand how he ever had a radio show or a TV show at one point. He's just an insane idiot.
He's the B version of a certain other celebrity.
Oh, for those who don't know, this man I'm talking about, by the way, was a shock jock for most of his career, but now he denies being a shock jock and actually does not like shock jocks.
He's the B version of a certain other celebrity.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm going to go in a different direction. So if you guys don't know, college basketball, there was a big incident that happened, big scandal that kind of wrapped up finally from years ago, and that has to do with LSU's basketball team. Will Wade was officially fired in March for level 1 violations for the NCAA, and basically the whole basketball team just said bye. 2 players, Tari Eason and Darius Days, the leading scorers on the team, have declared for the the NBA draft. Wilkinson and Fudger are 2 players of 11 players going into the transfer portal. That would be Wilkinson, Fudger, Brandon Murray, Xavier Pinson, Eric Gaines, Efton Reed, Sharif O'Neal, Justice Williams, Parker Edwards, Brady Azawiro, and Jarrell Corbett are all leaving the program. All of them are leaving the program.
Andrew,
okay?
LSU's going to be IUPUI next year. They're going to be walking around the campus going, can you play basketball?
Yeah,
we got a basketball team here.
They're going to put like waivers on the hallways. Like, here, sign up.
Fun thing, too, by the way, if you want to know, Reed was a 5-star prospect from last year's recruiting class. He is out. This year, they've also lost recruits as well. Julian Phillips, Johan Traor, and Devin Ree, all of them are 5- and 4-star recruits. They're gone now, as well as Marvin Allen from 2023. He's also out on his commitment to LSU. So LSU's entire basketball team, clean house, clean slate. Nobody's left. They have lost their entire team. So, to LSU basketball, for its absolute failure to even contemplate the possibility of the repercussions of firing your coach and not finding any way to kind of consolidate this so that you can keep your players, and now basically saying, yeah, it looks like we're going to have to commit all the way to football now and baseball. I give you a big ol'...
You're killing me, Smalls.
Here's a question for you, though, Andrew.
Yeah.
Have they named a new coach yet?
That will be Murray State's head coach, I believe it is. That will be joining them, if I'm not mistaken.
If it's gonna get that bad, Andrew, why not just pull the trigger and go, hey, Rick Pitino, you want to come coach LSU basketball?
I mean, listen, I guess they don't have the confidence in this dude in Murray State. This is bad, folks. This is bad. But thankfully, I'm a UNC fan, not an LSU basketball fan, and it doesn't affect the football team, so I'm happy. It sucks for them, though. Guess Bama's winning another thing over them.
All right, Butterball, what you got?
All right. As we talked at the beginning of the show about North Carolina losing to Kansas, good for you, Kansas.
Yay,
but
Bill Self.
I cannot just not talk about North Carolina's sloppy last 15 seconds of this game. I mean, first off, it starts off with Caleb Love just pulling up from God knows where for a 3 when there was 15 seconds left in the game. Plenty of time left, and there was a horrible shot. Then they get the offensive rebound. Pass it out to Puff Johnson. Johnson just throws up a freaking Hail Mary, and that was a horrible shot. Manick gets the offensive rebound. Another opportunity. Manick just throws it away in out of bounds. So, I mean, at that point, you felt like you already blew your chance of setting yourself up for a good shot to tie this game and possibly send it to OT. And then you get lucky. Kansas turns it over by stepping out of bounds. Huge turnaround in the game. So now
Which almost could have been one of the worst mistakes since Chris Webber calls timeout against North Carolina. How apropos would that have been
if
North Carolina hits a 3 to tie it? they take it to overtime. North Carolina wins. How apropos would it have been that it happened again, where someone makes a mental error to have North Carolina? I was going, oh, they're destined. They're going to hit this three. It's going to go to overtime.
That's where I was getting so upset about that they couldn't hit it. So they get the turnover, and then they get an extra second on the clock after they looked it over. And then you try to go for, I mean, obviously, I could tell that the whole play was to set Manic up. He was going to be the guy to hit that game-tying shot. Manic got tripped up and couldn't get it. So then Love shot a freaking prayer as well as a three, and then that was the game over. But, I mean, UNC, first off, not only did you blow a 15-point lead, something Atlanta does, the Atlanta Falcons do often, but, I mean, I didn't think it would maneuver down to North Carolina. But you had 3 golden opportunities to get yourself a good open shot to tie this game, and you totally blew it. I mean, I'm still happy. I mean, I'm still surprised you guys made it to the finals, but you guys could have made a huge story on this. But North Carolina for totally blowing 3 good opportunities to get this game tied and go to overtime. Gentlemen, I give you
You're killing me, Smalls.
That was just sloppy basketball.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, he was sloppy all around. Like
That whole last 15, 20 seconds was just sloppy.
I'm telling
Sloppy Joe.
there was nothing better than I was like, game's over. I'm not even paying attention to the game. And all of a sudden you hear someone from the show I'm working on go, oh, he just stepped out of bounds. What an idiot. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to happen again for North Carolina. Someone's going to be stupid, make a stupid decision. North Carolina's going to hit and that 3 was not off as bad as everybody thought it was.
If it was just a little more
short.
to the...
It was short.
Yeah.
That's all
it was. Pretty lined up.
It was online.
But a lot of that... The thing that really made that bad was Manic's horrible pass. He had that one guy open in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
But...
and it wasn't...
What are you going to do?
Manic's pass wasn't necessarily bad because there was a guy there. So I think he was trying to miss the guy, but
it was
your brother, your teammate didn't make the right move either. He leaned to the right before he went left.
There was the miscommunication right there, but I mean,
well,
oh well.
That's gonna do it.
Aw.
For this week's episode of Blow the Whistle
Live stream
from Lombard, Illinois.
Straight out of Lombard.
We've been here for years.
A couple years.
Yeah, my voice is going, dude.
Yeah, it was squeaky.
Tyler, where can they find you? Let's hit this.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Ty_Butterball45. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Tyler Buterball. You can find me on Mondays with these 2 fine gentlemen on SportsTownChicago.com.
If he doesn't have a migraine.
It's my first time calling off in a while, okay?
Or his dog doesn't eat his homework.
His dog. Hey, we graduated now. I can't use that excuse. You can find me on Mondays from 2 to 4 on SportsTownChicago.com with these fine gentlemen on Blow the Whistle from 2 to 4. You can occasionally find me at 670 The Score doing Bulls highlights or a live show. Sometimes I'm here and there every so often. Yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Andrew, where can they find you?
You guys can find me. I'm at The Fluffy Guru on Twitter, but you can always find me at Boom Crew Captain on Instagram. So make sure to go hit me up there. If you guys want to catch any more of me, I'm always on X-Bomb Sports right here on the YouTube channel. You guys can find me every Wednesday, Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30. So you can find us there tomorrow. And Thursday, it's myself and Drew. We're going to be talking about, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about National Championship, NFL. And then, of course, we're going to get into some NBA on Thursday and some Major League Baseball as well. So be on the lookout for that.
My name's David Dykstra. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter, you can find me at David Dykstra4. Instagram, come to find out, I've been telling you guys the wrong Instagram for the longest time. You still haven't changed it, though. My Instagram is DDykstra4.
Sorry.
Instead of DDykstra7795. So everybody's probably like, 779. There is none.
8,
It's
6,
DDykstra4
7, 5, 3,
at
0, 9.
DDykstra4. You
No
can
Irish
also
dad.
find me doing this show with my boys, Andrew and Tyler, every Monday on Blow the Whistle from 2 to 4. I also have a new show coming out with my boy Darius Jefferson. It is a wrestling show called The Lockup. It will be every Thursday, 2 to 3.
Great stuff.
We also want to promote our boy Brandon Januska. Andrew, give him the deets on Janusk.
You guys can find him
Got him! I knew he wasn't ready.
I'm not stalling.
Not at all.
But he is. I'm not stalling at all, but he is doing a radio show down south.
Taylorsville?
In Taylorsville.
There's no S.
Taylorville.
Single Taylor, no
What?
multiples.
All right. You can find it in Taylorville, Illinois.
Where's that at again?
Taylorville, Illinois.
Okay.
Did I say it right?
Yeah. I was just making
all
sure
right, I'm
we
just making
know where
sure.
it's at.
You guys can find him. Where? Here. You guys can find him. He is doing. He is at WMKR Genuine Country 94.3. He is doing
Morning show.
God, I can't. I know. I'm so
90s.
sorry, folks.
90s at
Here we go. The 90s at 9 request hour at WMKR Genuine Country 94.3. You can find him Taylorville, Illinois. You guys can check him out. So make sure, guys, go hit him up there. Give him some love. Give him some likes. Give him a phone call. Let him know we say what's up. There you go. All right.
Andrew Valentin. I apologize, Januska. If I'd have known that Andrew was this unprepared, I wouldn't have thrown it.
I wasn't ready. I completely blanked on it. So sorry, Brandon.
Also, we have a great friend of the show. Her name's Hannah Brummer. She does this great podcast every Monday called Monday Motivations with Hannah B. Check it out. It's on every major freaking platform you can think of, even QuadPod, because you know why?
QuadPod doesn't forget about you.
That's right.
That was perfect.
That was great. Good job, TJ.
Hell yeah.
That's our boy. Also, you can find Hannah B on air from 3 to 7, 102.3 XLC, The Drive. That's going to do it for us this week. What a great way to end it. Same time next week, we will talk to you. From the boys of Blow the Whistle to you guys, stay positive, be positive, and positive things will happen. Have a great rest of the week.
Deuces.